What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. In today's video, we are going to do a lot of maintenance on the Charger. So big things that we're going to focus on is getting the oil changed. I'm going to do a transmission flush, drain all that transmission fluid out, get all new stuff, new filter, whatnot. I'm going to check the rear end, the diff, and the fluid, everything going on. But I'm going to make sure it's all topped off. We've been driving this car for quite a bit of time. So I'm not that worried about the trip. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. It's a 900-mile haul. There are a few challenges that we're kind of facing. Just to kind of give you guys a preview of it all. We don't have a gas gauge, which is probably our biggest challenge, and it's probably going to stay like that. We're going to carry a gas can with us. We do have McKenna following in our everyday car. So we're going to try to kind of track the miles. We're going to fill it up, drive it until it runs out, I think, carry the gas can with us, and then just track it. I think that'll work. I'm hoping. As I said, it's about a 900-mile haul, roughly 13 hours. So it's a trip. It's definitely a trip. But, I don't have any doubts that the Charger will be fine. But yeah, so pretty much what we're going to start with is oil. We're going to get it all drained out, change the filter, make sure she's all topped off. So let's stop talking, let's get to work. Okay guys, so we got the oil change, got the new filter on, that turned out fine. Obviously not a big job, but the next thing we're gonna hop on is the transmission. As you can see, this transmission pan, the pan is leaking pretty decently. That's actually been a thing since we started driving the car. You can see right here, that's all from the transmission. It's not a giant leak, something that I've been crazy worried about. It's just kind of been annoying. So this is another reason why I wanted to get underneath the car and get the fluid changed and get the pan off so I could fix that leak. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I got the pan off for all my transmission experts. I say that, it's, I don't know, in my opinion, it seems to be pretty clean. I say it seems to be pretty clean. Again, I'm not a transmission expert at all. Actually, I've never messed with transmissions in my life, but from the stuff that I do know in the car world, giant metal chunks in a pan usually isn't a good thing. Yeah, I think can you guys see that? And then there's like these random big chunks. But yeah, I'm not an expert. I'm not. But I'm pretty sure it ain't supposed to be that way. I'm still gonna send it. I am. But that worries me a little bit. If anybody watching this knows anything about transmissions, you know what? You go ahead and you leave me a comment below on what those big metal chunks are. Hopefully, I'm not gonna be stuck on the side of a highway on the way back to Oklahoma. You know, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna show you when things aren't what I expect and when I mess things up. And that is something that I did not expect. The inside of that transmission seems pretty clean. Again, I don't know much about them. I don't know if you guys have seen previous videos, but this motor seems to be rebuilt. I'm wondering if the transmission was rebuilt, because I know when you build motors and whatnot, you know, you can expect like metal shavings and stuff like that, but those seem bigger than metal shavings. I don't know if transmissions are the same. Like I said, I'm still gonna put it together and send it. It's gotta get back to Oklahoma, and I ain't trailering it because I'm not about that life. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the condition of the things I just showed you, because I'm a little worried about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this all cleaned up, get the gasket back on it, and slap it back on the transmission. I'm proud of you.
Standing still, you like a thought chasing. Back home, I got everything I need.
All right. Okay. Couple girls with the boots on got down till somebody pulled a hillbilly slip. Now the smile on the window, she never would have kissed him. There was this girl drinking her hand. I still think there's the talk. She's living that life on the road.
So we got the transmission all put back together. We got the pan back on, got the new filter in. I'm going to go ahead and wait until tomorrow to put fluid in it. Pretty dark outside. So we're gonna stop here for the night, and we will see you guys in the morning. All right guys, so it is the next day and we're gonna hop back on the charger. So the first thing I'm gonna do today is put some fluid in it. Hopefully I bought enough transmission fluid for it. I'm really hoping, because it's actually Thanksgiving today and nothing's open. So that'll be the first thing we do while the rear end's jacked up actually. We will go ahead and check the diff fluid. And then after that, it's really just going over everything again and making sure it's all solid. So let's stop talking, let's get to work. Figured you guys are a little overdue for a cold start. Pump the gas a couple times. Oh boy. I'm checking the fluid, so don't y'all worry. I know transmission seems to already be hurt. I don't need to be messing it up more. But I'm putting it through the gears. So I'm gonna jack it up, let it run through the gears, let it shift. Hopefully it works as well as it did when I brought it in here. Those shavings got me freaked out. Those chunks got me freaked out a little bit. So yeah, so let's go ahead, let's get all that done and get it on a drive. So reverse. We're gonna go neutral and drive. Give it a little gas. Oh, you can hear it shift. So far so good. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this, but one of my favorite parts of this car when I'm driving it is the BMM shifter. So just another way we can go through the gear. So now right now we're in first. Try to be careful. Again, I don't want to go through the house, but we're in first. Second. Third. Man, I love that so much. It's You know, obviously everybody loves a manual, and it's kind of the best of both worlds, sort of. So it makes it fun to drive for sure. All right, guys, so I actually went ahead and crawled underneath the Charger. I've actually done a lot since we went through the gears. It turns out that the differential fluid is very low. Not 100% sure why. Given the car sat around for a long time, this is probably something I should have checked when we were getting it running and driving for the first time. We didn't hurt anything, so I'm not that worried about it, but I went ahead, got the gear oil. We're gonna crawl back underneath there, fill it up, top it off like it needs to be, and then we're gonna go on a drive. I know I've said that like 6 times now. Obviously, after we go on our drive, I wanna check, you know, brakes, power steering, you know, the basic stuff. Probably check transmission again. Well, obviously, we will definitely check transmission again, and then we'll check the oil again. I know it's okay right now, but you know, it never hurts to double check things, especially when you're going on a 900-mile road trip. So in a car that's probably never, there's a good chance it's never done that in its life. It's kind of crazy that we're bringing it from sitting in a field for 20 years to driving it all the way back there. So it's come a long way for sure. We're gonna go ahead and grab this gear oil and get underneath the car. Alrighty guys, finally, I'm gonna bring her on a little bit of a ride. Hopefully, I didn't forget anything, and it goes well. Seems to be shifting all right. Hasn't blown up yet, so that's a good sign. No, it seems to be running good. Oil pressure's good, temps holding. I don't hear any funky sounds coming from the rear end. The transmission's shifting pretty smooth. If anything, it's shifting smoother than it ever has. Not a bad way to spend your Thanksgiving, driving around in a '69 Dodge Charger. This thing gets so much attention every time I bring it out. You know, hopefully that transmission stuff isn't anything crazy. It seems to be shifting fine. It seems to be doing fine. You know, obviously we'll be easy with it. But you know, it's doing well. It seems like for now, at least. She's definitely not a ripper by any means. I'll be honest. She's not a fast car. She's kind of a boat. All right guys, so we made it back home from our test drive. Everything went well. It shifted well. Didn't make any weird noises. We actually got it home. I went ahead and checked all the fluids. Everything seemed to check out. Everything looked really good. It drove good. So honestly, I think it's ready for the road trip. Pretty excited about it, a little nervous. But that is probably gonna be a wrap for today's video. Guys, we appreciate all the love and support. So guys, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Go follow us on Instagram, @WindsorsWheels. We kind of post our first updates there. But yeah, other than that, I think that's gonna be it for us in this video, and we will see you next time.